Haosul provocat de pandemia de Covid-19 a trecut Oceanul și a ajuns și în aeroporturile din Statele Unite.
Călătorii din Europa au fost blocați ore întregi în urma noilor măsuri impuse de Donald Trump. Pe lângă procedurile agenților de la imigrări, oamenii au fost supuși unor controale pentru depistarea coronavirusului.
We got off our plane and were directed, down a hall in the international terminal, and we got on an escalator, and it was just absolutely there were people just piled up at the bottom, and that line went all as far as the eye could see, around a corner, all through the customs area, and snaked around. And we went through 2 different customs and immigration checkpoints before a CDC screening.
Absolutely extraordinary, and clearly, I mean, what was the main hold-up from your perspective?
Well, we had a customs official make an announcement, kind of work his way down the line, announcing, what would happen, that we were going to go through multiple screenings and that we would be checked by the CDC. And then he said that this was at the request of the president, and he acknowledged that everyone, that the situation was terrible and there was nothing else they could do.
I spent 3 hours, I think, maybe a little bit more, waiting to first get to customs and then waiting to get second step where I'm not sure what was happening, second customs, and then we were waiting for a little bit to get to doctor's check. And doctors checked temperature and asked us if we traveled to China or Iran, and that was it. It's just very long, very inefficient today.
Chiar și unii dintre oficiali sunt pe aceeași lungime de undă cu avalanșa de pasageri blocați.
I want to make known my strong concerns and disappointments with the federal government's lack of preparedness in issuing new directives regarding airport screening. That fail is directly the cause of last night's unacceptable conditions at O'Hare International Airport and other airports across the country. Last night, we saw their safety and security was seriously compromised, and people were forced into conditions that are against CDC guidance and are totally unacceptable.
În plus, potrivit noi decizii luate de președintele american, cei care vin din țările membre Schengen pot ateriza doar în 13 aeroporturi din Statele Unite. Din această noapte, interdicțiile se aplică și în cazul celor care vin din Irlanda și Marea Britanie.
We've seen these images at a number of airports, crowded lines for health screenings. What is your first thought when you see that?
That unfortunate that's not what we like to see. People should realize if you are an American citizen, if you are a permanent resident, if you are a relative, you can get back into the country. You don't need to get back right now. You can pace getting back. But we're all humans. We all are afraid. I mean, and it's understandable. I'm not criticizing it. Somehow we need to mitigate that because putting people in crowds like that is not helpful.
În acest context al haosului din terminale, ieri un agent de securitate angajat al aeroportului din Orlando a fost testat pozitiv pentru coronavirus.
I think it's everywhere. I don't think you can determine where you're going to be, where it's not going to be. So I think as long as they're putting the measures and safety measures in place, that it doesn't matter. I mean, I think it's just making sure everybody's protected.
Compania aeriană American Airlines este și ea puternic afectată de criză. De astăzi până pe 6 mai își suspendă toate zborurile internaționale.
Urmărește cele mai tari show-uri integral pe ProTV+.